Hello. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create a basic interactive project that you can use for touchscreen or with a third-party control system such as AMX, Crestron, etc. This is a good way to build a shell for your interactive project where you can then expand upon it. I've already created a project and I have the index.svg open. I'm going to go to my library and go to Interactivity. Let me adjust this very quickly. If you're familiar with HMD, you'll know that some of the SVGs in the library of HMD were called menu media, menu buttons. They've been renamed in Elementy. The action to switch is what you're going to use to change the content. For instance, you're going to place all of your pages within this SVG. It works very similarly to the menu media SVG in HMD. We're solely going to be using this SVG to switch content, and then we're also going to be using the click to action. The click to action is used to create buttons that you can use to change content, very used for touchscreens. So I'm just going to put this along the bottom. Whoops. There we go. And I'm going to make these a little bigger. I'm going to make the font a little bigger as well, just so that we can see it. That's too big. That'll do. Do it 88. All right. Okay. So we've got our button set. Now, the important thing to notice about the buttons, or the click to action.svg, is they have an action associated with them. You see here P1, P2. These are important because if we go to the action to switch SVG and go to the Pages tab, you'll see that the action here, you see a P1 and this one's blank. These are actually very important because you have to correspond the action of your page to correspond with the button that you want that button to change it to. For instance, button 1 will change the action or the shared variable to P1. In essence, the P1 page will display. The next thing we need to do is need to go to the properties of the click to action and set a shared variable. I'm going to set it as menu, save, and now I need to do the same thing in the action to switch SVG. Go to properties, set the shared variable to menu. This is important because it's essentially telling the two SVG files what language to speak. The shared variable tells you the language to speak, and the action tells you the words that you're speaking. That's a good analogy that I like to use for it. So now that we have our shared variable and our action set, I can use this edit test button. If I click button 2, what should happen, it displays the page 1 text for 3 seconds and then goes back to the default page. If I click button 2 again, it goes to page 1, and then I quickly press button 1 and it goes back to the default page. The same thing can be done if you're using AMX Crestron systems that are sending either IP commands or RS-232 commands. You can update shared variables through both of those ways. For more information on this, you can check our support wiki. Search remote control for general remote control functionality and changing content through shared variables. And for RS-232, search RS-232 on our support wiki. Thank you very much for watching.